How's it going, everybody? Now, I know it took a bit of a second there, but I was trying to open this little cupcake, and I like cupcakes. How's it going, everybody? I am D Zabin, Neo Zabin here on Broadcast Zabin, and today we are coming back with some Overwatch. Now, I haven't played Overwatch in a while. The last time I played, I believe, was during not even all of it. I played maybe a couple days of the Overwatch Christmas event, the Winter Wonderland. And I'll say this, depending your view on Overwatch at the moment, the game is either still good and relevant, or the music's really loud. It's either relevant and still kind of out and about for everybody. I'm gonna see if the music will stop fast. Thank you. So there's kind of like two different sides. I feel like there's like that for a lot of games. I think some people might, people have, the way that I see it, people have more theories about it than it is factual. But with Fortnite, they have sort of the same deal in a way. People are like, oh, the game's dying out. Here's the reasons for that. And then they might bring up like another game. That's kind of like, you could say Overwatch is dying because maybe its fans are going to be more, let's say, gravitated to Fortnite. A completely different game, but kind of still the same concept about working in a team to reach a goal. I'm not sure about all that, but I can understand if there's another game similar to Overwatch. Like, there's Paladins, and I know people say that's like a Overwatch clone, which is fine. Games do copy off others and have things that are different, even though certain aspects are very much the same. It's why like every Call of Duty game seems to be the same, and yet nobody seems to make a comment about how it's the same Call of Duty game. um, but I mean, there's a bunch of games like that. I mean, Battlefield feels almost exact. I think they're both by EA. But Battlefront and Battlefield feel very much the same, and like, I don't know. The only difference being, of course, just the weapon choices and the environments, which the environments are pretty nice, and they do take. I feel like they take a little uh, excessive amounts of data to fill the what do you call it? The graphics, because we have we have Battlefront 1, and I don't have any DLCs on it. I forgot how many gigabytes that is. It's kind of a lot, but it feels kind of fun and refreshing because there's different game modes, and each game mode sort of changes the map, and plus you could play offline with a friend, and depending what you're doing, I think they even have like bots now where you could go against bots, and it's still very fun. Um, and I think even the bots, you can set the difficulty and things like that. But still, it's very fun. You get choices of weapons and things like that, and it's just a good game overall. The second one definitely changed it too much. I mean, I love the fact that you could go into the outer space areas or the plane or whatever, the ships, and shoot each other and whatnot, but it's, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels kind of annoying that like there aren't more ships and there's not enough Jedi. And my bro was saying something that they don't own rights to all the characters, and I'm just like, I don't know anymore. Because if you're like me, I'm pretty sure it was on other consoles as well, maybe like Xbox, but I grew up with Battlefront 2, the old one, way back when it was still like on hell, and I feel like that's exactly what they were trying to go for. But I grew up with the old Battlefront 2, and that was so much fun. I loved playing that game. I think by default it puts you at third person, and I think it does the same when you play these games, the newer Battlefront series games. But it's not as good or as fun as the old ones, because the old ones, I mean, yeah, they were low in quality. I mean, of course, PlayStation, old PlayStation games looked like that, but it was really fun. You were able, when it came to playing as different Jedi or different like the bounty hunter, or I should say the different heroes. Let me say it that way. If you were to place the different heroes and villains, it feels amazingly better. You know, you can play 1 minute as Anakin Skywalker, and then you could end up playing as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Or if you were playing that one game mode, there was a game mode that it had the heroes versus villains thing. You could pick any of the characters that you wanted, and you could switch them out anytime that you wanted. And that, to me, that was such an awesome thing. Like, you know, I've always picked different Jedi. Usually it was like the ones with the blue lightsabers, but then sometimes I picked Yoda, or when it came to the dark side, I was picking like who was it? I'd pick Darth Vader a lot, but sometimes I was picking I don't know if they had Anakin as well, a different version of Anakin on that side, but I do remember just a lot of Sith like Count Dooku and General Grievous playing much better. Just a lot of the, you know, a lot of the heroes and villains that we know. And it was a game mode where it was like you could basically, all the heroes and all the villains were going against each other. You know, you had Boba Fett, Jango Fett. I forgot a lot of the Jedis, but you know, they had all of them. They had all the characters basically. And then you play a game like the newer ones and expecting like, oh man, this is gonna be so fun. We're gonna get all Jedis. We're gonna get all Sith. And then when you play it, it's just like the highlight is only that they added Yoda and Darth Maul and I guess Kylo Ren and Rey, but that's it. Aside from that, it's basically like a messed up version of the past, because in the old ones, yeah, you didn't get to choose different weapons so much. If you wanted to be we'll just go ahead and we'll play a match. Just in case, because I'm gonna have a setup here where, because I don't want it to, there we go. I don't want to go into a game mode accidentally joining into a chat and they're just hearing me talk about these different games. But yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I feel like a game like Battlefront, the new one at least. My bro agrees with me though, because it's over 100 gigabytes, and it's crazy that it's that many gigabytes. But I gotta agree with my other bro, because look, so my bro, I'm gonna start with my bro Joey, because that one's a bit more simple to explain. I was talking with my bro Joey, and I was like, yeah, you know, I haven't played Star Wars yet. I'm like, oh, did you know now that it's over 100 gigabytes? I'm like, it's kind of ridiculous to see that so many of these, like, it's an okay game. It's not that great, but I was like, you know, an okay game like this, it kind of, you know, it doesn't need to be that big. You know, I mean, I guess you could say, I think, no, because I think even in that one, I think even the old one had vehicles in it, although the vehicles were very different, and they had like tanks and things like that, and now they're switching those out instead of bringing those back, because that was an interesting concept where like it seemed to, and to me at least, it seemed to make sense why a character would want one of those rocket launchers, because you would most likely be using the rocket launcher to go ahead and attack the tanks. You wouldn't, I mean, you could use the homing attack or whatever to go ahead and attack the ships and attack them out of the sky and things like that, but it's not the same. You know, at least with the tanks, it was like a genuine threat. If there was a bunch of clone troopers, because I loved playing as the clones against the I loved playing as the Republic against the, I already forgot the name of them. Wow, they're not that significant anyway. The Federation, I think it was. If you just played, you're still alive. There we go. But sorry, cat? Did you call her cat? kind of wish there was another entrance for exit over here. But that's fine. I just really wish Battlefront 2 wasn't, or if at least it was going to be 100 gigs, can it at least be more fun to play? Because there's not a lot of, this is what disappoints me, there's not a lot of game modes. The first one at least had plenty of game modes, but at this point in the game, there's not a lot of people playing the game. So if you were to try playing a game mode, it doesn't work the same way. You know, you could try your best to, what was it, like droid escort? It's like an escort mission for droids. It was horrible. I feel like a game like that, I think, definitely worked well on Battlefront 1, because again, you could change your weapons and things like that. But it just, again, it doesn't feel the same. Like, they've tried putting little upgrades where you can upgrade your character, and it's weird. I mean, I don't mind the fact that there's different weapons. If anything, that's what made this first Battlefront that EA did on the PS4 and Xbox One. It's what made that first one more interesting, was all those different weapons. You know, my bro would pick this pistol that did like so much damage, and I was constantly picking the what was it? The E11, the gun that the Empire uses. That was the stuff. That frosting. But that was the stuff. Like, we would work really good because mine would be faster and more suppressive, and then if my bro Johnny was helping out, he could be a bit more accurate and deal out the damage. So in a way, it's like a win-win-win. I'm still disappointed in it. Battlefront 2 has game modes. Like, there was the one that we really enjoyed, and I bet if they would have just kept all the game modes that they've ever had, there would have been more games for people. More people were more likely to play, I believe. If you're giving people, you know, you give people the option, they're more likely they're just gonna go ahead and they will join I was gonna say the community. They would play the game more because of the different game mode options. Like my bro and I, when we played, I forgot what sort of quote-unquote event it was, but it was the you're on planet Ewok, or not planet Ewok. You're on Yavin 4, and when you're on the moon, I believe that's what they said it was. It's a moon, not a planet, even though technically it is like a planet. What did the game mode consist? Okay, so you had a set amount of Ewoks, and like it was, I believe it's like one Ewok, and then think of it like the game Infected. Call of Duty has that. Halo, I feel like it trended with Halo so much that other people might have been doing it, but thinking of it like it's Infection, it fits perfect because I swear there's only one Ewok but like a ton of stormtroopers. And what makes this one actually really fun and interesting is you're trying to survive. There's like a time limit. Once the timer is up, players have to hurry up and get to the ship so that they can escape Yavin 4. The idea is that like, let's say that the war's over, right? And there's still stormtroopers kind of left there, so they have to survive until a ship comes and picks them up. And it's so fun because what it does is it plays at night, so it's really dark. You have a flashlight that you could turn on and off. I don't remember if it like needs to recharge, but it's really awesome, and I love that because you can't see anything. The Ewoks are able to see everything. They can see like night vision, And that's really cool, again, because, you know, Ewoks. It was fun. Like, that was a game mode my bro and I literally, when it ended, we were like, man, we want to go back and play that some more, because it's fun to play as the Ewoks. I think you could throw, like, a rock or is a slingshot. And then they had, like, one other weapon, I could have sworn. But if you were playing as a stormtrooper, like, nobody, even, like, you know, you wouldn't know where the heck they are until, usually it would be like, oh, until it's too late. But sometimes you can get some good moments where they slip up, and then you get them pretty easy. Nice. Maybe after this, we will save some. Because I am trying to do it again. I am trying to go ahead and excuse me. Do another year of Overwatch highlights. Although, of course, my bootleg laptop needs to be like completely charged 100% and stay on without ever turning off, because it's like never guaranteed to ever come back on. I'm thinking what we do, let's see, yeah, I'm thinking this year, what we go ahead and do is, I'm hoping that we would be able to get another laptop, because it annoys me so much that the ones that I have, like, I have an old, like, 2008 MacBook, and then I have this laptop, which is, I'll do elimination, and then I have this laptop over here that's, like, I want to say, I don't know if I want to say it's about the same year, maybe a little else higher, older, but it's just, I hate that one so much. I hate this one so much. This little regular like Windows laptop, because it doesn't work, and I have no clue why. I only need it for like a couple features, and it doesn't start up. Like, it takes hours to even boot up everything. Sometimes you're left there waiting and waiting, and there's moments literally where it needs to take even longer time or needs to restart again. Like, I don't know what goes on with this computer. What I'm definitely thinking of doing with that, oh, we got to pick. Did it? Oh, okay. I was like, did it just pick? Like, what happened? I'm gonna start as Zara for this match. But usually that Windows laptop is where, I don't know if I want to say it's straightforward, but rather it's just something I go straight to. I hope we don't die. Because it's, what I do so far for the Zaven project, it's not anything crazy or complex, it's just simple editing. Almost had that on though. Charge. Oh. Okay, I'm actually a little nervous. Hold on one moment. Oh, almost had that Hanzo. Okay, maybe she's not the character I need to pee. What's the score already? 0-1? I'm gonna go with a healer on this one. But, man. I don't know. Battlefront 2, I don't think I'm ever gonna come back to. The only time I'll come back to Battlefront 2 is when we ever do a live stream on it. Can you stop picking her? That was scary. I'm thinking I'll pick a healer again. If anything, to me, Zenyatta is just like McCree. Just without all the dodging and stuff. Let's see.
True self is without form.
I like that skin. You're a bigger target, so I'm gonna give him. Okay, Zenyatta sucks. He just got a lucky kill on me. I'm thinking maybe Mercy. I have a feeling everybody's gonna go back to the center again. So maybe with Mercy we'd have a chance. Although I wouldn't want to bet on that. I feel like I'm the only one who's been changing character a lot. Now, I don't know what is her healing anymore. I heard it used to be like 60, then it was 50, then it went back to, like, it went up 5%. God damn it. They were really good. I gotta give it up to them. They were pretty good. Who's the one? Thank you. Okay. I mean, I was healing him, so I don't know what he gonna be. I know it was him. He's the only one here. He did decent. That was like our match right there, and I was like, okay, maybe we could keep up. Nah, not the case. But yeah, we're trying to work. I want to see. I don't know how long that they save, because I know for a fact the or at least the way that I've been doing it. Once I figured out that you could switch the buttons out and then have a quick feature where you could, you know, have a button to save highlights and things like that. I didn't know that was an option, but then once I figured that out, I was using that, and that's kind of how I got the highlight compilation idea for geez, my eye. That's how I got the highlight compilation idea for the other day, or not the other day, last year. So here's a bunch of other ones. I don't know why I saved these three, and I never played as Diva or Soldier, so that means these are good moments. Although I do want to see what happened in here. I think, I don't know if it is that one, but I do remember yesterday I was playing with my bro Joey, because, you know, it's what we do. We play Overwatch. I was playing Overwatch with Joey, and he was stunned. I believe a Reinhardt used his ult to, like, oh, excuse me. He used his ult to stop, oh wait, actually it's right here. Just like that. There goes my bro right there, the Mercy. I thought that was a crazy moment, or at least it still is. But to me, that was such a crazy moment because my bro was just like, help me. And then I, like, jumped down. I just remember going over, jumping down, and in that moment, like, I barely started shooting. He went, ah, and just died. So I was pretty happy because I'm noticing with Zara is whenever I play as her and anything happens, Solis the Pyro. That name sounds familiar. Unless that's somebody else's, like, take on it. They went like, oh my god. I don't even remember saving this, but I have it. This time when I do the Overwatch highlights, I'm not gonna just have it like last time where it was only kind of specifically me and like I had one of my bro. This time I'm gonna actually try to go when if wherever if well we constantly are like this guy. I think he had a decent one if I remember. Let me check. And he was on the enemy team, right? Yeah. I didn't think that was that bad. Like all that was him, even though he really didn't do too much. Yeah. So I'm thinking of going ahead and saving. Like I'm gonna save these, but I want to. I don't know. Maybe do more. Like all these so far are the play of the game. I actually don't remember what any of these are, so we're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna. Oh, not all of the play of the game. They're all new. These two are play of the game. I gotta like rephrase my words. But let's just see what they are. Because I don't remember what they are. And, you know, we could go ahead and we could save it, call it a day. But I think I'm going to extend it just a bit more. I was thinking about playing the competitive season, but normally I do that with my bro Joey. That's just, like, the thing. I thought this one wasn't that bad. I was kind of hoping that shield wasn't there because I could have gotten that Anna and then gotten that Mercy, but instead it didn't really go that way. So that one isn't too bad. But yeah, I'm still, again, I know I've said this before, but I'm really surprised at how I've become a Zara player because normally it was just, oh, I'm gonna be Tracer, I'm gonna be Moira, I'm gonna be Pharah, and then it moves, and then like those are my top three, and then to make it five, I was like, all right, I'll be Soldier, and I'll be, was I still Hanzo? Not really. I'm kind of not gonna lie, I'm surprised this got the play of the game. Because moments before this, I used my ultimate to take down some guys. Like, I don't know, like, moments before that, it just seemed like such a better time to have the play of the game instead of that one. So, I don't know. But, yeah, so, like, I would play a lot as Soldier. Actually, let's just go through the list, because I feel like if I look at the time, it makes more sense as to why I'm playing as certain characters. But then again, I do want it to be known that, excuse me, other characters do have a lot of time because, well, there's a lot of different things. Like Diva, for example. I would never play as Diva, although sometimes I probably would. But on like a regular game basis, like, oh man, we need to win, or oh, I just feel like playing, I would never pick Diva. That's just me. I mean, if you're a Diva player somehow watching this, that's fine. Go ahead, you could be Diva. The only problem I have is her freaking cannons. I really don't. I mean, each plays in their own way. Well, then again, you could kind of mix and match how characters play. Like Bastion, you could use as a tank defense or tank damage, whichever. Zara, I like to play as a, well, I mean, that's kind of what she was intended in a way, as like a defensive support, takes 5,000 damage or something like that, or 2,000. Um, he's sort of a good like support tank character. So I'm really surprised with a lot of the stats I have. But of course, like I said, Tracer and Pharah, they're like the first two people like I went towards when what do you say? I don't know. I just ate like I just loved these two characters when I first started. I remember Tracer when I played at my bro's house. Um, Tracer was like the first one I loved. Like we were like, "Dang, you're pretty good." I was like, "Yeah, I know, I'm so good. I love it." Pharah, I think when I got the game myself, I think I started gravitating towards Pharah. I don't remember gravitating towards her when I played at my bro's house. I think when I played at his house, I only played as Tracer, like exclusively just her. But Pharah, definitely. I remember playing as Pharah and just like loving it. And then the next thing I know, Pharaoh's already got 20 hours. Of course, it's not as much as my bro with over 200 hours as Mercy, but I loved playing as Pharah. Now, Zara used to be one of the characters that was on the bottom of the list with Moira, Sombra, and I think maybe Doomfist was out by this time, and maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just added a bit after. But I definitely do remember Zara being one of those people that was on the bottom of the list. And even Anna was kind of one of the people that was on top of my list as well. I was considering Anna to be one of my other mains. Because I played, of course, aside from Tracer and Pharah, we're going to get them off the list for now, so that way I don't bring them up. But aside from Tracer and Pharah, I played with Soldier 76, I played with Anna, and I played with Hanzo. Um, let's see, Winston. I just really don't like a lot of these other characters. Uh, my bro is throwing me off. He's talking about something. I'm just like, ugh, what? All right, let's see. But yeah, how's what? Let me see. So yeah, I remember. Okay, so the way I'm looking at my chart and I'm trying to like access my little data bank in my mind, and the reasons I could think why a lot of these characters would have at least maybe over an hour is because, and get this, is because of mystery heroes. A lot of these characters I normally don't play as, especially like the DLC one or what PlayStation has the other characters considered as DLC. Basically, anyone that's not the original, what was it, like 20 heroes or something like that. Um, Basically, anyone who's not in the original hero list, they're considered as DLC. So, Doomfist, Ash, and Wrecking Ball, I think those were the recent three. Yeah, I think those were the most recent ones, unless Orisa came after Doomfist. But even then, I would prefer Orisa more than Doomfist. Doomfist is probably the only one. Doomfist, literally, if you ask me, Doomfist is sort of on par with Wrecking Ball and Reinhardt. The only reason Reinhardt has 2 hours aside from the whole Mr. Heroes list is just because I was trying to get his trophies, and those kind of took some time. I had to find a good match where I could stand still with the shield, let it break, run away high, let it charge, and come back and repeat. And then that one was pretty easy. And then there was another one where it kind of took some time, and I had to repeat like 2 times. Was getting the Earth Shatter trophy. You know, another one with the ultimate, and you dash and you throw the fire, or something like that. Um, that one wasn't so bad, but I was able to still get it. So that one took more time, and of course, a lot of the characters take time. Heck, even Winston, although Winston at this point is kind of like a meme. No, fix his sleeping schedule. Um, Kind of like a meme at this point. But man, I do kind of miss old Overwatch, and I want to know if I played as Zara back during that time, like with the knowledge and abilities and the skill that I have with her now, would I still be just as good? Because again, we didn't know how to play as her, I guess, until now, where I'm like, yeah, I finally figured it out, and we just kind of like we hated playing as her. I'm gonna put my phone over there so it's not distracting me. But we really hated playing as her, and at the time we kept calling her like Russian chicken for some reason. I forgot why. I totally forgot why. And then she was one of the first people that I had on the bottom of the list. You know, she was up there along with Doomfist and Orisa, and no, actually I played as Orisa for a bit, and I kind of liked playing as her. But then I realized that's not really my role. But yeah, I even played as Bastion quite a bit. I remember always a lot just like, oh, I could just be a tank, not tank. I could be in turret form right here, and then I could just take down a lot of people, and that's pretty much true. But again, I feel like a lot of the times are a little confusing. It's like mistaking, you know, if you're a trophy hunter like I am at times, or I do that for a lot of games, but not all games have I been doing trophy hunting. Unless I've, you know, God of War eventually I will be trophy hunting, but until then I'm just going to let the story and the stuff play out. Same with Red Dead Redemption 2. Um that as well I will be eventually getting the trophies, but just once that I finish the story and kind of get through the nice good tender meat. Um so good stuff. So again, Diva, 15 hours. Why? Because it took so long. It took me 15 hours of her in order to get the trophy that she has. What is my dog barking about? It's 10 in the morning and somebody's ringing the doorbell.